soft bells ringing in the morning. The light ringing and jingling is enough to wake you from your slumbers. You smell the crispy bacon cooking. You smell people early who've been up earlier even than you would imagine, who've been preparing. As you arise on the boat, there's a four of you there. You smell and hear a bustle and a excitement in the crew you haven't heard ever since you've known them. Yuvel and Bartholomew and Kaelrix and Flay, you're enjoying the early morning biscuits and gravy and sausage and hearty fare that the boat folk are serving. Warden, you're having your breakfast fare bright and early with the Captain Keeper, Sophia, and the Watchers of the Keep. But yeah, there's a lot to be done. People talk about in the morning how there's going to be games where the children will be chasing pigs and goats and untying ribbons and winning these animals. There will be a place to air grievances. There will be duels at noon. There'll be duels all afternoon. There'll be games all day long that are not really for competition, but more for reverence and family building and bonding. With that, let's go to the busyness of the crew on the Star of the Horn. What did a lot of you want to do this fine morning of Yulesabat? It seems the rain has parted, and it's just a kind of a cloudy, blowy day.
I would actually like to get Kaelrix and Flay and Yuvel together in private, if that's possible, on the ship.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's lots of places that at this point the crew reveres the lot of you. And if one of you say you want to use an officer's cabin, then the first thing that's going to happen is that Graham, the quartermaster, or Piper, Bosun Harold, they're gonna give you their space because they know that you are important people who make important decisions and have discussions that they don't need to be privy to. So yeah, you're able to have an officer's cabin for sure.
So, my friends, Yuvel and I had an interesting night last night, and I think there's something very important for us to speak on. I make no secret that I've never been a fan of Captain Saradin. But I've always thought he was on the level as far as being a captain we could trust to get us from point A to point B. However, it turns out the proper captain of the Star of the Horn is a man named Captain Meriden. This was made clear to Yuvel and I while we were in town. And over the evening, it's made me have several thoughts, questions that I believe that we need answers to. For instance, we know that Captain Jag stole Flay's Pearl of Power. But what was he doing on the Star of the Horn in the first place? Why was he here?
That's a valid point.
What is the Star of the Horn's normal cargo? And while I have questions about a Captain Meriden, I've also been informed that the grandmother here, the High Grandmother, is also named Meriden. It was this captain's idea to come here, none of ours. None of this seems on the level to me. And while I would like to confront him, I thought it would be best, now that we are the Platinum Hex, to come to you, my friends, and hear your thoughts.
That tracks. The more I think about it, with all the case you've laid out here, I've spent a lot of time down in the cargo hold, taking care of Kaelrix Jr. and just hanging out down there and becoming attuned to my stones and with my armor. I've never seen any cargo down there or heard any cargo down there. It begs the question to me: are we the cargo?
That is a good question. That being said, well, I never made the connection between Captain Meriden and a grandmother here. I'm very unfamiliar with this place. But also, I do recall that when we had hired Captain Meriden to take us, he forego cargo in lieu of us paying him instead of him taking on cargo to make his wages. So it is good to keep an eye on him and maybe try to learn more information. But
I think
there doesn't seem too much here. It seems a little bit of hearsay. So I think we should still investigate this if you feel we need to.
Yeah, I would not confront him right now. I think that would be unwise. I think let's investigate. Find actual proof.
Okay.
Let's check the cargo hold itself. Let's
Yeah,
find
yeah.
proof. You know, you mentioned something about a high tea, Yuvel.
Yuvel and
maybe
I are supposed to have high tea with Red Hawk Fenlor, who we learned this information about yesterday. I have another matter on that I would like to speak to you two on as well. Yesterday, we were able to acquire this whole sack of Ioun stones, this backpack of holding,
Indeed.
and these two books that allow us to transcribe in one place, and it will appear on the book wherever we are, allowing us to communicate by far. We were able to acquire this for 100 gold and 1 blight coin. I would, with the group's blessing and permission, I would like to take 4 of our blight coins with us to this meeting to potentially barter for more magical goods. But
That's fine by me.
again,
I am not-
a decision for the group.
I'm actually not against this idea. Is this person like a sorcerer or a wizard of some kind? An artificer?
He's the head of a family and the owner of a very nice shop in town. You'd be welcome to come with us if you'd like.
I would actually like that. I'm actually interested because it's possible we don't have to go all the way to Avior to get Avior's tools. And if we've got all these amazing things from this one person, it's possible we can get Avior's tears from him and forego going to Avior completely for part of our mission.
That would be
I think-
amazing.
So,
I think for the sake of appearances, he said he was going to have his head of security with him for the meeting. I think that we shall name you the head of Yuvel and my security for equal sake, and to not cause any issues. If that is all good with you, milady.
All right, nice.
I can completely do that. Yes, of course. I'll look the part. I'll act the part.
Why don't I?
I am
stay
the
back?
part. I am your security.
I'll stay back and take a look around the ship and do some investigating. See if I can get more information from the crew.
I would
I think it was
suggest
Dylan.
Okay.
I would suggest starting with Bosun Harold. He seems to be the most honest, and he does owe us a bit of a favor.
I think, yes, I will go down there. Perhaps starting with him and then the quartermaster to see if there's something in the cargo hold that we are unaware of.
Right. So the night before Graham had left, like I mentioned, the only officer who'd stayed was Piper. You know him as Bosun Harold. He's always very honest about his name, but he's like, yeah, the crew gets mad at me when I tell people my real name. I should be only sticking to my salt name when we're on the island. Just call me Piper when we're out there, okay? They'll get mad at me if I don't. So he encourages you all to go by your salt names, like Orrin is known as Salt-Tounge, and so he's going to be calling him Salt-Tounge as an example. And the crew have all given you names, and the bosuns just make sure you know them. You know they've been calling you Hammer, right? Hammer. And Kelrix, Irons. They've been calling you Ironsides, right? You know.
Hi.
And Flay, my lady, tip of the hat. I mean, no disrespect. They've been calling you the red eyes. Yeah.
Really now.
They
No
love you.
surprise there.
Yeah.
They're so creative.
You know. Well, And for my lad over here, they call you Sir Bartholomew. They mean to call you Jims.
With my armor, it makes sense.
Well, they want you to know it's out of love. They don't want a hag to get you or anything,
Appreciated.
The old magic is still out there on the sea. Beware, the wind takes your name from you.
Harold, may I ask,
But
where
Piper,
did your
Piper, please, Piper, we gotta.
Piper? I'm sorry. Where does your name come from, short one?
As he's chomping on his pipe, he starts he's like, ha, here, you got jokes.
Oh, I thought maybe you played music. That was all.
He's like, I wish I had the talent. I only like to dance, and I try to sing, but I don't sound nothing like the lady here or any of y'all. I the minstrel Ruby, she's got the singing voice, not me. Even Graham can hold a tune better than I can. All right, so.
All right.
If you guys are interested to talk to any of the other crew before you wander off to your later morning tea, or it is still early enough, you could probably make the kids games or some of the grievances.
I think we might want to find Warden and Orin. And
okay.
get
touch
together
bases
with them. And
so you'll spend your morning trying to reconnoiter your lost friends. Orin, please describe me your morning before going off to the kids' games with your lady.
I woke up. Hopefully my lady by my side, or did she wake up before me? I know you said the maids were there.
Yeah, she snuck out probably, 20, 30 minutes. You were hard sleeping. She wore you out.
Yeah, God knows. I'm going to go ahead and look at the maids, Peaches, Bubble, and Taylor. Be like, hey, ladies, how's it going?
Oh yes, the lady has your coat for you, sir, and they bring you your long captain's jacket and then a yellow feathered tricorn hat.
As I get dressed up in my captain's skirt, because obviously I'm a captain. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready. And is there any events the lady wanted me at today? Because I know she's gonna go do the kids thing. Did she want me there so I can be?
Yes, milady is just finishing her breakfast. She says if you wish to join her, as soon as you're ready, you can go downstairs to meet her.
That's exactly what I plan on doing.
Okay. So, long story short, you go downstairs, and you've already kind of seen the outfit. I sent you a picture of what she's dressed for the Yulesabat day. A long, flowing white dress with arcane glyphs down the center. Her hair braided with the color ribbons of Yulesabat in her dark black hair. She's the matriarch of House Valor. And so she's dressed the part.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fill up my plate, get some eggs, bacon, as you do, maybe a little gravy. Then I'm gonna sit down with my lady, do a simple chit chat about the morning, see where she wants to go, and basically sling her around my arm after breakfast and walk on off to our first event.
Her only real duty today as a major house leader, as the matriarch of Valor, she volunteered to be the quote-unquote judge of the greased pigs and goat tail races the kids are doing. So she's gonna be there for the children's games where they chase piglets and chase goats. It's in celebration of life and of family and of fun. And at the end of the day, there's winners and there's people who don't win, and that's okay.
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and obviously go with her to this event. While I'm there, while she's doing her little officiating and everything, I'm going to go ahead and be using silent image and telling the kids the story about all those True we defeated. I'm going to show Flay spouting fire at a guy. Warden's going to have basically fight everyone. Bartholomew's going to, hit everyone with their swords, so on and so forth. Really just give it that good take it fight.
So like a little almost holographic image show?
Yes.
But like small sized, like shoebox?
15-foot cube.
Okay, yeah, no, that's real. What level of spell is that?
Silent image, first level spell. I can do it up to 10 minutes, 15-foot cube.
No, I love it. And then because you're not like in combat or trying to really you're just trying to have fun. And are you like recording it like exactly what you saw? Or are you like embellishing?
Oh, I'm embellishing. Obviously, when they were fighting up front, I defeated 3 in the back. As the captain of the ship.
Yeah, I thought I heard embellishing. I was just making sure. Yeah, would you roll me an arcane check, please?
All right. Okay, I got 13.
Okay, 13's all right. All right. I mean, you know, it's a number. Lucky 13 on the first roll of Yulesabat. I'm gonna say that your story, like you're able to manifest about half of it as cool as you thought it was gonna come out. Like it's kind of glitchy, you know, kind of stalls a little bit. It's like when you're getting that feed that doesn't quite load like you want. The images are there. It's cool. The kids aren't judgy. They're loving it. You know.
We are.
But yeah, basically while I'm doing that, hanging around, being, you know, some good eye candy, occasionally going back over and be like, hey, baby.
20 minutes before dawn, you're just starting to see that color. And Captain Keeper has brought you to the top of the lighthouse to watch the sunrise and to tell you about how special today is because it's the end of the year, shortest day. And tonight, the ceremony is going to be fantastic. She hopes that you're going to join as an acolyte. It doesn't require any special dispensation as far as she can tell from your previous order. She thinks you're perfectly aligned to be a keeper's acolyte. It's not a pledge of life. It's just a pledge of honor.
That's fine with me.
Okay. So as an initiate acolyte of their order, she's going to like wrap your arm, like one of your arms in the like a scarf, as you know, on like your left arm, and the scarf is going to be like the salmon color and the aquamarine color of the keepers. She says, "You wear that for now. It will mark you as an initiate and protected by your oath. You're not expected to be on duty as you just came and you're new to our, you know, our island. And I hope that you can, you know, learn our customs. And after Yulesabat, we will talk more formally about what it takes if you stay here longer than the week."
Excellent. If my stay extends, I will uphold the laws of the island and do right by you as a word of my honor. We spoke last of soul coins in a shop that could assist me in disposing of this foul thing. Do you think that they are that I would be able to avail myself of their services today?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Shopkeepers are, you know, some of them go, some of them stay. There's no rule to if they stay open or not. But most are inclined to spend quality time with their family, especially these early hours. It's about the children and the games. Later, there's the duels. And then later after that, there's marriages. And there's so much to do today. Most people are interested in doing business. But there are always a few, possibly. I can't say who.
Then what would you ask of me to do on this day? Should I patrol? Should I
as I said,
another initiate?
As I said, you're not required and honor bound to do anything other than to just learn our ways, move amongst the people, enjoy the festival as a traveler and stranger. But you have the protection of our order, and you do have a privilege. Should you want to stay here with us instead of staying at the Great Lodge or staying on your ship, you have been welcomed to us. You can come anytime without being invited now that you've been given the scarf. And if you want to volunteer to go with the patrol, you can go with the patrol. Yeah, if you'd like.
You have my gratitude, and for the sake of learning the ways and the ways of order, I will accompany a patrol if they're heading into town.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to send a first patrol to the kids' games immediately. I'll have you go with the other two. All right, so the warden has got himself partnered up with the local law enforcement and has himself a part-time gig, apparently. He's side hustling over here for no pay, but he's got free room and board. That's cool. So we'll cut away from you, Warden, and we'll go back to our friends. Well, actually, I'm going to go to Kaelrix. Kaelrix, you stayed behind at the ship. You wanted to ask about, you know, that the Minstrel and Gram have come back. Last night they went to town, and they came back at the wee hours, both of them. Piper is on his way out because he doesn't have to stay anymore. Did you want to talk to Piper before he left for the day?
Yeah, I have a couple questions for him.
Yeah.
So Piper.
Yes, laddie.
I have some questions for you.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I want to learn more about, you know, I'm not a seafaring person, as you can tell. You know.
I've seen you down here below deck most of the time. Keeping your eye off the horizon.
Take it all in and learn. Can you how often would you say you guys come to this port?
Oh, to Pilgrim Rock?
Yeah. Or is this a typical route?
Oh, no. I don't think we've been here for several years.
Well, so are you guys typically carrying? Is it more of a passenger type freight that you guys deal with, or do you deal with like a specific type of cargo, or are we your first people you've tried to ferry across the sea?
Lad, you've got quite an interest in our business all of a sudden. I mean,
I'm
you're
just curious.
roll persuasion.
Inspiration.
16.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. It's a new thing for you to be off the land. I can tell. You've got a lot of questions about shipping. So certainly, let me explain things. Like I mentioned to you before, we had plans to pick up cargo at Parrot Haven, and we were intending to run that cargo to somewhere like, Coppervale or in the South Shield Islands area. This area up here on this end of the teeth is not good this time of year for all the weather. We told you it's against the season to come here. We didn't want to have to come this direction, so we had no intention to come here. The only reason we sailed this way is because you paid the captain a good fare, and he left cargo behind. Normally, we ship cargo between ports and make good money. And if passengers want to pay good coin for being, taken about, that's fine. I rented you those boats,
Yeah,
I mean, we're always looking for different ways to hustle a coin.
that's totally understandable. All right, one last question. Do you mind if I just look around and take in the ship, this experience? Who knows next time I'll be on a ship?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean, but you already have free passage about the ship. The captain didn't say you couldn't.
I just
poke
wanted to
about.
make sure.
I mean, you've already been through almost every nook and cranny fixing things, I think, haven't you?
Just about, but I'm learning as I go, and I memorize as I see things. So I'm just going to look around and go see Calyrex Jr., make sure he's doing okay, and take the ship in.
Yeah. Well, if you don't need me any longer, it's my turn to cut loose on this island. I got to go see the sights. Maybe a few halfling or gnomish ladies running around.
I get that.
It's been a while since we made good ports. I'll see you later. Tips his hat, jumps his pipe, takes a couple of big puffs, grinning ear to ear. He's like a little boy, silver-haired, headed down the gangplank. So Piper's gone. Are you going to do any other investigating or talk to anybody else?
I wouldn't mind talking to Gran.
So Gram is a very, very sort of cross-looking halfling old lady. But people tell you that her cut and her demeanor is because she wants to be treated with equal respect, and that used to be her husband's hat. So everyone knows that. Don't talk about the hat. Gram is a crotchety old sass, but I'll tell you what, she is in charge of the coin. They say that she knows the amount and the weight by the sound of it hitting the board. She's a lady of very few words. Normally when she walks by, she says nothing, and if she just goes, that's a happy day. If she has something to say and she doesn't like you, she normally just turns to the nearest officer or lower person of station and tells them to tell you guys what she wants. She doesn't interact with you directly because she doesn't like you or trust you. Just off the cuff. Never has given you a moment.
Okay.
That's why you haven't really had much talk in Gram. She's hiding in her cabin. She made room for you guys to have your private meeting this morning, but she was and she left, and then she comes back.
Who's the other person on the ship?
The other officer that came back was Ruby.
Okay. Let's talk to Ruby then.
All right. So skipping Gram and going to Ruby.
Immediately gives up on talking to Gram.
Well, she doesn't like me. She's not going to tell me what.
Well, you don't know. The dice will tell. I'm just giving you a forewarning on what you know about her. Ruby is a completely different kind of halfling. She may be of the same ilk. They're both stout halflings, but Ruby is all about gregarious nature to the crew. Again, you guys being strangers, she's been a little more standoffish to you, except for Orin. She had eyes for him for sure. He kept trying to get his attention. For the most part, she only comes out when she's doing her performances or helping the crew with sailing chores. She seems to be just as good as a sailor as she is a minstrel. And when you go to talk to her, she's like, "Oh, hey, Ironsides, how's it going?"
Hi there, Ruby. I was hoping I could talk to you.
Hi.
So I wanted to ask you something. It's been kind of in the back of my mind. I'm learning all about seafaring, and I'm learning taking in the ship. I've talked with Piper is his name. Earlier. The boatman. And I've been wondering, I know we're we're new to your ship, and I understand you guys. There's some off-putting things about some of the things that have gone on, but we've done our best to try to protect the ship and protect you guys. I was hoping you could kind of fill me in on,
Agreed.
I'm trying to understand how Captain Jag got on the ship to begin with.
Captain Jag. Roll persuasion.
14.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. With you being a minstrel, you probably see and hear things. I want you to, if you ever hear or see something, feel free to let me know. I want to do my best to make sure that us and the Platinum Six are protecting the ship. And then I go on my way down to Caelrix Jr.
Well, that was awful short and curt of you. I'll be sure to do what you want, Master.
Making friends everywhere you go, huh?
Yes, Mr. Killers. Yes.
So charismatic.
My charisma is not my strong suit, so yeah.
Clearly.
It would have been as good as that.
Clay can agree with that.
All right, so let's go see what our trio is up to. You've got Yuvel, Flay, and Bartholomew lurking around town trying to find Orin or the Warden. You know what? Let's have all of you roll investigation.
That is a nat 1 for me.
Perfect.
I got a 23. I got a
Oh, thank God.
I actually I got the opposite. I got a nat 20, so it was 23.
So you guys have negated each other. Let's see what Yuvel does.
18.
All right. Well, with that, we will say Flay, Yuvel, you are like looking up in different directions and keeping your kind of eyes, on the horizon and different locations. And Flay is on a pivot. Like she said, she was going to be your security. She looks menacing. Would you just roll me an intimidation, please, Flay? Because you're scared me with that 20.
And that's a 19.
Oh, geez. Okay. So there's crazy revelry and people and kids. I mean, people are going every which way. You would think that there is you can tell it's a festival. It's wild.
Right.
There's kids ducking and dodging underneath you, dogs barking, and it's only like just now, like an hour after at dawn. This is the dawn hour. So you're like, you didn't expect it to be so busy, but it's super busy. Everyone seems to be going to one way or the other. There's like two major ends of town that seem to be gathering folk. And the one side on the beach, closest to where you are at, is actually a bunch of kids and adults gathering where there's goats and pigs. They seem to be getting ready to do these races, and they've already got some of the small children, like the youngest ones, playing with the pigs, and it's just cute and adorable and amazing. Further away, you see that there's a gathering of people, and you hear that people are going on the other side of town towards the area for the grievances, and that's closer to the Great Lodge there. Because you're kind of just leaving the ship and the pier and you're hitting the beach, both of you immediately notice the right person in the wrong clothes. A bright blue tiefling wearing a stunning orange jacket. Arm around a absolutely vivacious, like 6 foot tall, ebony skinned, black haired woman, her hair running down to her ankles in full, like, major house matriarch sort of clothes. You can tell she's kind of officiating. And you guys realize that's not just some tiefling. That's Orrin, Salt-Tounge, over there with that lady.
Well, it looks like he had a good night, I'm guessing.
And it's about that time, as you guys are seeing that you see two keepers and Warden Adcock come tromping around towards the same beach, because they seem to be moving on a patrol. They're not coming towards you. They're kind of moving in a way, checking other ships, doing patrol-like things. So you're both aware of that. For whatever reason, Bartholomew is hell-bent on going to town and following the flow. Like, he's on his way to the grievances thinking that's where he's just not seeing any of it. You guys are like, oh, I see one over here. And you're like, oh, I see one over there. And he's like, I'm going this way. So
I'll put my hand on his shoulder to stop him.
What?
Bartholomew.
What? I'm
Orin
going
is-
Orin
Orin-
over here. What?
Orin is right over there, and the Warden is right over there. We found them.
What the
Or
fuck
should I
is
say, I
Orin
found him.
wearing?
He looks like he had a great night last night. I told you he was hitting on some older ladies, didn't I?
He looks like a pumpkin.
Well,
Pumpkins were blue.
someone probably bought that for him, and they probably
Please
like
do
it.
not
I don't know if
Google
he.
blue
Yeah,
pumpkin.
yeah, I'm certain that outfit that he's wearing was gotten 100% honorably and legally. That sounds like the Orrin I know.
It was.
He probably stole it. He's probably
It looks
working a
quite
con
gaudy
up
to
there
me.
right now.
So, Orin, I recall you rolling like a 7 for that perception.
Yes.
You 100% don't see your friends coming up on you. Like, this is going to be one of those moments where you're oblivious to them if they're coming your way. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, I suppose let's go and talk to the tiefling. Find out what's going on.
So with that, you all wander down there to the beach. And as I said, his back is kind of to you. He's kind of like look to the right, look to the left. You can totally tell it's him. He's got the most awesome hat. It looks like a really like top end captain's chapeau, a tricorn that's been made to fit around his horns, and it's got like this really awesome yellow feather poking out the top.
It is quite festive.
I'll tap Orin on the shoulder.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, Orin, you're aware your friends are now there.
Hold on a second.
Hold on a second.
Tap, 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 tap.
Oh, hey. So, how's it going, guys? I had a good night, huh?
Not as good as yours.
One lady got taken by another, and now I'm a captain. At least I look like one.
Definitely not as good a night as you had. Clearly.
So with that, with that, the lady turns and says, "Salt-Tounge, did I hear them call you other names in public?" She looks kind of strangely at them.
Guys, remember, salt names while we're on the island, okay? So,
It's a pleasure to
on
meet
that-
you, Salt-Tongue's friends, I assume. I am Mother Valor.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this is Jim's, this is Red Eyes.
Mother Valor, it is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I am
Jim's, I heard,
Gems.
yes. I heard
Yes.
Red Eyes. Nice to meet you, my lady. She points at the purple dragon. And your name, sir, was, I didn't catch it.
Hammer.
Hammer. It's a pleasure. And in turn, she actually reaches and grabs your hand, like whether it's awkward or not, and tries to shake your hand and hold it in a customary way. She's kind of holding a pig under her left arm, and so she's just doing it with her right arm, and she's in a way almost like bowing to you as she grabs your hand. It seems like the Mother Valor is a little bit, she seems a little bit demure.
Salt-Tounge, how did you two meet?
Oh, let
Well-
me tell it, please. Let me tell it.
Go ahead, darling.
So this scamp, oh, I'll tell you what, last night he shows up at the Great Lodge dance and festival banquet, and I couldn't take my eyes off of him. And I'm a widower, and I haven't been out on the town the way I wanted to for some time. And I could tell he was looking for a dance, and we had quite a good turn or two. And then I went on my way thinking not much of it, that he probably had a young lady. And then I saw some lass walk up to him and punch him square in the nose, knocking him on his arse. Can you believe it? And then I laughed so hard, I thought to myself, well, any scamp that can get that beautiful young lady so riled up is definitely the young man I want to know. So I went over and introduced myself formally and told this nice young man here that he needed to accompany me today because we're going to have a lot of fun this week. Aren't we, sweet? And she grabs your little cheek and gives you a little pinch. We're going to have a good time this week, right?
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a ship. I secondly link with James, and I go, I'm gonna get a ship. I'm gonna get a ship.
In your brain? Yeah.
In the brain.
Oh, okay. Well, now that we're psychically linked, we are here because we all have very grave doubts about Captain Saradin. The three of us have a meeting of high tea later with Red Hawk Fenlor, but I don't want to mess up whatever you have going here.
I don't see any problem right now. She is a highborn lady. Is there anything you guys need me to ask? I mean, obviously I have her nice and happy with me. I'm going to reach my arm around her, give her a little peck on the cheek, and go, "Isn't she the greatest woman you've ever met?"
She is a fine lady, Salt-Tounge.
She lets out a throaty laugh as he snuggles her, and she's like, "Darling, I must attend the children," and she wanders off.
Alright.
Okay, seriously,
So-
dude, what the fuck?
Hey, don't have to call out the game.
We
All
left
right.
you for like 12 hours, maybe.
And I can get a lot done in 12 hours, apparently.
That's all you
Gotta get
needed,
the
I
Warren
guess.
hands.
Again, it was 50-50. One hit me, the other one thought getting hit was cute. I lucked out.
I suddenly have an attraction to the one that hit you.
Oh.
Okay, so
Hold on, real
What's
quick.
going
Would you do me a favor, Orin? Would you please roll me a Constitution save?
All right. Challenge save. So I got a 3.
Perfect.
God,
fucking
fuck.
Christ.
So in the moment,
rolled a 2.
in the moment that Bartholomew says to you, "Well, the one that hits you, I really started to like her more than the more I think about it." And in that moment, your brain thought, "Oh, Sarah," and he heard it because you're brain linked.
Mm-hmm. This is going to bite me in the ass later. I can feel it.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, Sarah," and then your brain really quickly was just, "Oh, Sarah, that's Sarah Finlor," and that's all you thought, and just kind of snuck out, and then yeah.
Wait, Sarah Fenlor?
Uh,
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing, I'm sure. All right, well, the three of us have to be off to Fenlor's Fantastic Finds for tea. We'll see you
Roll
later,
insight,
Orin.
Orin rolls insight.
Oh God.
Coming along.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just go ahead and show that.
Are your
That
dice? Do your dice hate you? You told me you
So-
rolled 30 sets of dice to pick these dice.
I know. I did. I rolled 37.
Oh my God.
With that, you learn nothing. Let's just move on.
I'm just going to shake my head and look at the other two and say, so do you want to find Warden or do you want to head for tea? I have to change
We can check.
before tea.
Why do you need trains before tea?
I am not going to high tea wearing armor, Flay. Like, let's be real here. I mean, I have an image to protect.
Then why did you bring that to begin with? Why do we have to go back again?
Well, I'm out here with you. I mean, I have to protect the lady. I mean, I'm trying to be chivalrous. I would expect you to understand these things.
I thought I was here to protect you.
Good news
Well,
is
That's an act.
well, the good news is you
No,
guys
it's not.
only-
It's not.
all right. The good news is
I'll
you guys
slap
are-
him.
Am I here?
You're there.
I can hear you.
Okay. So the good news is you guys are only a few minutes from the ship you just left. It's on the pier right here. So it will take to take off armor a few minutes. You're gonna set yourself back a half an hour. It's still not gonna ruin your timing for the tea. So with that, it sounds like Bartholomew wants to go have a wardrobe change. Uvel and Flay, you're gonna stay with him, or you're gonna do something else?
I'm gonna go back.
I'm gonna go-
to the boat and pack up the tool in the backpack of holding.
I'll check in with Warden if he's still in the area.
Throw me a perception.
Dirty 20.
You notice that he seems to be in lockstep with two keepers on patrol, and he's wearing looks like keepers' colors wrapped around his left arm.
I will. He's in step with them. I'll walk to the side of him and walk in step with him while I talk.
Yeah, you're able to keep up with the keepers, no problem. They know where they're going, they know what they're doing, and they know what they're about. So they're not waiting around for any stragglers or would-be chit-chatters. They talk while they walk. They're on duty. So, and even then, they'll like kind of like look at each other and silently like disapprovingly look at you as you're starting to talk to the warden. What do you want to say?
Any news about your nightly travels?
Hail. Oh,
Oh, yes.
Lay.
Hello.
How do?
Hello, Warden.
As you can see, I am patrolling with these keepers, doing the patrol.
So exciting.
Doing the patrol.
Okay.
The lady keeper asked me if I would like to patrol, and I said I would like to patrol, so I am patrolling. Have you seen any ne'er-do-wells or anything untoward?
No.
Other
I
than
have not.
Orin.
Excellent. All is in order.
Besides Orin, yeah, but that's Orin.
Orin
He's fine.
requires-
He's found a patron to guide him on the island.
Excellent. He does not require reprimand?
No, he's doing good so far. It seems.
Excellent. If he needs a stern talking to, I will do it.
Good to know. Well, I will just give you a quick update, and then I'll see you later. Me, Yuvel, and Bartholomew will be going to Fenlor's in about half an hour after Bartholomew does a wardrobe change. I don't know why people do that. And then we're going to be going to talk
I do not know
about.
how you change a wardrobe. A wardrobe is a wardrobe. It doesn't stop being a wardrobe.
I agree, actually. So, anyways,
How do you turn a phrase?
Kilrex is on the ship.
As he
The
does.
three of us will be going to Fenlor's. Orin is
Fenlor.
with his lady.
This Fenlor.
Fenlor,
I
yes.
need to speak to him.
Oh well, we have a meeting set up to meet him here shortly. If you would like to join us,
I am duty bound to complete my patrol. When is this meeting?
about half an hour, an hour.
I turn to the patrolman. Can we finish this patrol within a half an hour? I must be away.
Your watch is not required. You have our leave.
Excellent. As you were.
As you were. As you were.
And then I look at them and say, I am. And then I turn around.
They've already
and go.
turned and left, and they, yeah.
Oh my god.
See, Flay, you picked up Warden, and I'm gonna skip to
Yep.
where the four of you make it to Finlor's. It's not easy, not hard to find. Finlor is at his shop as promised. You find him and his wife, and it looks like a pair of bodyguards. One is outside the front door, and one is inside, accompanying him and his wife. And he set out a few things on the counter that weren't there before. And yeah, we'll come back to y'all in just a moment. Orrin, your friends have done left. They went to do. You vaguely heard something about Finlor's and shopkeepers and
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need a shopkeeper. I have the shop with me. You know what I mean?
all right. So, are you going to stick around with the lady until she's done with her duties? Is that the idea?
Yeah, at least until afternoon when all the duels start going.
As you're staying with your lady and she's finishing her duties with the children's, the pigs, the greased pig catching is over. She's been officiating like the 8-year-old to 10-year-old group who's catching goats and tying ribbons on goats. And the winners get things like carved eggs and chocolate eggs and painted. It's just these different trophies that are seemingly related to eggs. And it's endearing and it's fun. And as you're sitting there and people are starting to chit chat with you, and they become kind of accustomed to you hanging out with the lady. That's when 2 keepers come approaching you at a brisk pace from inwards of the town. And one of them holds up their hand and they motion to Mother Valor. Mother Valor, if you have a moment, please. And she's motioned to them. And they have a private word without you. And while they're talking, the second one doesn't stop watching you.
I am going to
Uncomfortably watching you.
uncomfortably kind of look around and be like, okay, what's going on here? Making sure no one else is coming in from the sides.
Yeah, there seemingly is. I mean, you've got an ocean behind you and a wide beach full of kids and adults. And there doesn't. I mean, give me
There's
insight.
no real escape. Insight +1, so that's 16.
Yeah, you know that there's no malice or menace from the beach. You do know the guards are definitely interested in you, but they don't seem like they're hostile. They just seem intent. And it's about that time that Mother Valor and the two of them come approach you. She says, "Darling, these men have come to bring you to the Great Lodge. Apparently, that little lass, Sarah Finlore, has aired grievance on you in public, and it's our tradition at the ceremony of Yulesabat for those things to come out. And she's demanded the right of duel, but you have to be told that. So these nice keepers are going to take you to the Great Lodge where she can publicly announce her grievance at you. Okay? We'll catch up later, because it sounds like you're going to be busy for a while." And she motions to Gerard, "If you would, please. My friend has to take his leave for a while. Would you please be my bodyguard while he has to go?" And she gives you a kiss on the cheek. She goes, pat, pat. She goes, I'm sure it'll be fine. And if you should survive, I would love to see you later. And she turns and goes.
If you survive.
On Pilgrim Rock, where lanterns sway and Salt-Tounge thick in air, there lived a halfling noble born with autumn in her hair. Her name was Sarah Fenlore, bright of laugh, her heart as soft as foam. She'd never sworn her love before, she'd never loved alone. Then came a sailor silver-tongued with tales of distant lands. Orin, Salt-Tounge, they called him, luck and lies in hand. He swore the stars